Oh, the backrest used to wobble so much, but now it's rock solid. Thank you.
Huh. This is your family home? Reviving the shopping district? Have you lost it completely? Stuck in your fairy tale world? Everything I ever wanted was right here in our local shopping street. Always full of energy, with smiles on both the shoppers and the shopkeepers. As a kid, I didn't need to go all the way to my Hama station. The shopping street itself was my dreamland. Everyone in the neighborhood felt like extended family. I wonder how many friendly uncles and aunts I had. Hey, uncle, got any new books today? Out of everyone, I was closest to the bookstore uncle. I'd go there all the time, just to talk about picture books and fairy tales with him. I still remember spending almost all my New Year's money at that shop. Seriously? Another fairy tale? You can read whatever you want on break, but aren't you embarrassed at your age? Look at the back. It says for ages 5 to 8. We're 28 now, dude. Who cares? Picture books and fairy tales are full of great storytelling ideas. Even for us, editing travel and food magazines, there's so much to learn in them. What? Fairy tales are educational now? You really want to justify that childish hobby, huh? The name's Rion Imabetsu. My love of books started from that tiny bookstore and led me to a job in publishing. Now, I work as an editor for a lifestyle magazine about travel and food. I'm not making excuses. I'll lend you a few of my favorite fairy tales. You should try reading one, Teru. Your writing's sharp and stylish, but sometimes you need to soften the tone depending on the topic. Good mental training. You're critiquing my writing? Don't act like you can teach me anything with that kiddie hobby. So, yeah, this guy who only feels secure by belittling others is my colleague, Teru Hayashida. Man, I'm worried about you. You've got the elite job title, but that hobby ain't gonna help you get dates. You don't have a girlfriend either, remember? I just started a long-distance relationship with my high school crush. Finally got the girl I've loved for years. Wow, seriously? Congrats. Honestly, it's weirder that I didn't have a girlfriend until now, given my ambition and top-tier job. Anyway, good luck to you. First step, escape the fairy tale world, kid. So that's Hayashida heading back to work. That's how things usually go with him. Good luck, huh? Yeah. I'm grateful for everything I've experienced in publishing, but it's probably time to move on. At this point, I was seriously thinking about quitting. A few days later, I did leave the company. To use up my paid leave, I decided to return home for the first time in a while. Wait, even at this hour, this many shutters closed? When I arrived in my hometown, I was stunned. I'd only been coming back briefly for the holidays, so I never noticed before. But my beloved dreamland had completely changed. I'm home. Welcome back. Still looking healthy, I see.
Welcome home, Leon. I made all your favorite dishes.
It's just for a while, but I'll be in your care. What are you talking about? This is your home too. Take your time and relax.
That's right. We even kept your room just as it was, so you can come running back anytime you're sick of the city.
Thanks. My family lives in deep countryside, hours from Tokyo by bullet train. There's no famous local product to boast about, just pretty scenery, delicious water, and kind people. Hey bro, long time no see. How's Tokyo treating you? Out here, fewer people every year. Kinda sad. That's my little brother, Leo. 2 years younger. He's training to take over our dad's woodworking business. So it's true. I just passed through, and the shopping street was all shuttered. Sure, maybe shopping streets are relics of the Showa era, but people kept going, doing their best. But even this rural area got hit. Big shopping centers moved in and stole the foot traffic. Everyone in the shopping street held out for so long, then just snapped. I see, so the custom furniture orders from the shops? Yeah, almost nothing in the last few years. They were popular for affordable custom pieces, but if the shops are gone, there's no demand. Our woodworking shop mainly did processing work as a subcontractor for furniture companies. But we also took local orders for custom-made display shelves, counters, and chairs. I'll tell you straight, things are rough. Me and Dad are doing our best, but lately, more manufacturers are outsourcing to overseas factories. Losing both income sources at once? That's rough, no doubt. I don't know how much help I can be, but let me try. Maybe coming home now is fate. Really? You stepping up like this? I bet everyone in the shopping street will be thrilled. Starting tomorrow, I'll go around to say hi and check things out with my own eyes. I'll show you around then. Thanks, bro. And so, my long-awaited vacation would be used to help bring my dreamland, the shopping street, back to life. I totally misunderstood. I thought it was just holiday closures during New Year's, but they've actually shut down. It's the middle of a weekday, and barely anyone's around. Most of the shops are shuttered. Sad, but it's the truth. Remember the liquor store uncle and the cafe lady who loved us? They both passed away last year. The fish shop uncle and the stationery store lady retired and moved to a care facility. Yeah, everyone's getting older. It's been 10 years since I left for university. Of course, everyone's aged equally in that time. Everyone's happy to see me again, but they all seem tired. Probably the town's gloomy vibe. Still, while walking around, I did spot a few new places I didn't recognize. That one's a new coffee shop. The manager is actually the same age as you. She moved here about a year ago after falling in love with the town. Pretty rare these days. That definitely caught my interest. So, Leo and I headed there for a break.
Welcome! Oh, hey, Leo. Good to see you.
Hi, Saki. I brought my big bro with me today. Nice to meet you. I'm Rion Imabetsu. We'll take 2 of today's recommended coffees, please.
Sure, coming right up. Thanks.
As we sipped our iced coffee and chatted about our visit so far, the manager, who introduced herself as Saki Nakatamari, joined the conversation while roasting beans. Oh yeah, my brother actually loves fairy tales too.
Wait, seriously?
Saki's eyes lit up, and she leaned in with such excitement I couldn't help but get flustered. Yeah, I do. My coworkers at my last job teased me, endlessly. Like, how can a grown man read that stuff? But I've loved fairy tales ever since I was a kid.
Same here. I adore fairy tales too. I used to fall in love with the princes in those stories all the time when I was little. Next time, I want you to tell me your favorite fairy tales too. Please come by again.
Of course. I'll be staying in town a little longer, so I'll stop by again soon. I knew it. I figured you and Saki would get along. Without even realizing that Leo was smiling to himself about it, I just kept enjoying the coffee. If you don't mind me asking, why did you decide to move to this town, Saki? After visiting a few times and having more relaxed conversations, I finally asked the thing I was most curious about.
In terms of work, it started because the water here was perfect for the kind of coffee I wanted to make. But the biggest reason was the kindness of the people. Even when I told them I was tired of city life and thinking of moving here, not a single person brushed me off. Everyone listened and gave advice wholeheartedly. It really moved me. But back then, the cafe that used to be everyone's hangout had just shut down. And it felt like the shopping street started going downhill from there.
I see, but I'm glad someone recognized the great water and warm people in this town.
I'm nothing compared to the cafe lady. I feel frustrated every day that I can't be like her.
Leo had already told me about the cafe lady's passing. A hangout spot for everyone, huh? Later, I found out Saki also grew up loving fairy tales and was deeply influenced by them. We grew even closer. It didn't take long for us to start talking about plans to revive the shopping street together.
Excuse me? I came to pick up the item I asked to be repaired?
While I was doing some work at the workshop, Saki stopped by. On the day we first met, she'd asked me to repair one of the chairs from her cafe. Here it is. Thanks for your request.
Wow, the backrest used to wobble so much, but now it's rock solid. Thank you.
With our workshop skills, that's a piece of cake. Though I didn't do it myself. After that, Saki and I started meeting almost every night to talk about the shopping street's revival. One day, we happened to start talking about fairy tales again, and suddenly locked eyes. Swimmy! The story of a little fish named Swimmy who lost his brothers to a big fish, but found new friends. And proposed swimming together in the shape of a giant fish to stand up to any predator. It's a story about teamwork, unity, and the courage and hope of those in weaker positions. If we're going up against a giant fish like a big shopping mall, unity is everything. First, we need a place where people will naturally gather, so let's renovate one of the unused workshops. Our family has 3 workshops, and one of them is completely unused. We'll open that one as a community atelier.
And with your dad and Leo's woodworking skills, we'll fill it with fun wooden toys, right?
Exactly, and we'll open it up for free. Drinks and snacks can be ordered from the shopping street. We'll partner with local preschools and kindergartens, and invite seniors too, to make it a place for community exchange.
Oh, that sounds amazing! Like a dream come true. But even though it's a great contribution to the community, wouldn't the workshop make no profit?
I've thought of that too. We'll hold summer workshops for kids and invite students to join. Yeah, I've been carefully inspecting the unused workshop with this plan in mind. After playing for free all day, kids won't want to leave. That's when we'll tell them about the workshops.
Genius! If it's like that, parents won't say no, and might even buy some toys.
Saki and I launched the Swimmy project together, and our parents and Leo were totally on board. We immediately started renovating the workshop and making toys like blocks and puzzles for young kids.
Leon, what color should we make this toy?
Dad and Leo handled the crafting, while Saki and I, who had no woodworking skills, focused on painting. I'll leave that to your artistic vision, Saki.
If I get free reign, I'll paint every single toy pink.
Wait, pink? If it's up to you, would you go with coffee brown?
What? Are you saying I'm some kind of woman who only cares about coffee? That's harassment.
Ah, sorry. Then I'll take one of your hand-brewed pink coffees as an apology.
That doesn't even exist.
Hey, Leo, those two seem way too close. Don't tell me.
Stop fidgeting, Dad. You're right. It's exactly what you think. We were so absorbed in our work, we didn't even notice my dad and brother whispering like that. The budget was tight, so the renovation was simple. But we managed to open the toy atelier.
Even without much promotion, word of mouth spread fast.
As Saki predicted, the small town rumors spread quickly, and visitors started showing up. From kids playing to people coming for a drink or to kill time while waiting, Reasons varied. But slowly, the atelier became the heart of the shopping street, a place where people naturally gathered. Meanwhile, back at my old publishing company. It was tough, but I finally found it. Hayashida grinned while flipping through the documents in his hand. All right, time to prep for a business trip. He pulled out his phone and started booking a bullet train.
Oh, so this is the famous toy atelier. Impressive.
Bookstore, Uncle. I was worried when I saw your shop shuttered.
Yeah, I've been having more off days due to my health. Can't keep the shop open every day. Still, you've grown into a fine young man, Leon. Starting a project like this during a short trip home?
It's all thanks to the picture books and fairy tales you used to share with me. They still spark ideas in my head today. The uncle smiled, but he's already over 80. Time's really flown. We ordered coffee delivery from Saki's shop and chatted while watching the kids play. Due to his health, he said he and his family had already decided to close the bookstore for good.
Publishing houses have moved to digital since magazines don't sell anymore, but bookstores can't make that shift. It's sad, but maybe paper books have run their course.
That's not true. Even digital textbooks are going back to paper now. Web versions don't give people that sense of ownership, so they don't take care of them. They don't even remember what they read. Still, it's true that non-textbook paper books don't have much of a future, and bookstores are struggling. After hearing my thoughts, the uncle gave a peaceful smile.
That's enough for me. I think I'll take it easy now.
You've worked so hard for so long. Thank you for everything. I'll never forget what you did for me as a kid. Trying to give him a little hope, I told him about my upcoming plans. That's when I saw a familiar face peek through the entrance of the atelier. Lots of people going in and out. What kind of store is this? The one peeking into the atelier was my old colleague from the publishing company, Teru Hayashida. Hayashida? What are you doing here? Huh? Are you Leon? What the hell are you doing in a shabby little shopping street like this? Because this is my family home. I'm starting a project to revive the shopping district using this atelier that also serves as a gathering place. This is your family home? Reviving the shopping district? Have you lost it completely? Stuck in your fairy tale world? So you quit the company and fell from elite to poor. You really can't see reality, huh? This joke's too much. Hayashida pointed at me, jeering as if he had been waiting for this moment. I haven't fallen, and I'm not crazy. We're just getting started, but we're serious about reviving this place. No way, no way. How many dying shopping streets and hot spring towns have we seen in those business trips? It's the times, man. Fate. Fighting it is reckless, and all you'll get is a self-satisfaction trophy. The locals stare in surprise at the sudden appearance of a rude stranger. Then Saki shows up with the coffee delivery.
Huh? Hayashida? What are you doing here?
Saki? Long time no see. Total coincidence. I'm just here on a business trip. For a report, yeah. Then I saw my old colleague playing revival games in a shopping district and, well, it was kind of pathetic.
Pathetic, huh?
Saki's eyes are sharper than I've ever seen as she glares at Hayashida.
You think you can muck a plan that Leon and I poured our hearts into? You don't know a damn thing.
Yeah, you helped plan this too, Saki? I'm sure it's a great idea then.
Cut the crap. So what? This business trip. Is that really true? I left the city to get away from your stalking. I came to this town because I was exhausted from city life. I didn't want to see your face again.
The word stalking causes a stir around us. Nah, no way. I was just genuinely in love with you, that's all.
Didn't the police already give you a serious warning? That's plenty of proof. If this is really a work trip, fine. But if you tracked me down again, I'll report you immediately.
Wait, I really am here for work. Come on, Saki, we were classmates, remember? Hayashida desperately defends himself, but the sweat pouring off his face says it all. I asked him a genuine question. Hayashida, you once bragged to me that you had a long-distance girlfriend who was a classmate, didn't you? You're bringing that up now?
A classmate? Wait, are you telling people you're dating me without my consent?
No, I mean... Hayashida stammers. Turns out he's been lying in the worst way to save face.
Guys who cling to their pride are the worst. Just finish your business trip and get out of this town.
Okay, I admit I lied. I get that you don't love me. But please, of all people, don't hang around this loser who dropped out of the elite track.
Why the hell should you be telling me who to spend time with? And dropped out? Hey kid, you really don't know a thing, do you? Everyone here already knows and supports him. Leon got scouted by Lovekoi Studio, one of the top anime studios in the world. Exactly. And you call that dropping out? What nonsense are you talking about?
Lovekoi Studio? No way. Yeah, that's why I quit. I never cared about status. I had a dream.
They hired him as a screenwriter, so his childhood dream came true.
Yeah, my real dream has always been to write fairy tales. Being a screenwriter is a huge step toward that. It's all thanks to you reading me so many books when I was a kid. Even if your bookstore is gone, I'll carry your spirit into the future. Everything about me started in this shopping district. That's how warm this place still is. The townspeople in the atelier burst into applause for me. Thank you, but enough about me. Let's make the Swimmy project a true success together. The applause grew even louder and didn't stop for quite some time.
Your company helps publish pamphlets for Lovekoi Studios films, right? If you don't make nice with Leon now, you might lose the contract.
Grrr. Whether he did any reporting or not, Hayashida apparently went straight back to Tokyo. Later, it was discovered that, including this trip, he had expensed several non-work related trips to the company. He'd been treating his stalker search for Saki as work trips. Damn it, what's wrong with being devoted to someone? Devotion's fine, but not when it causes trouble or involves fake business trips, which he still doesn't get. Since the total amount of these trips was huge, he was fired. Just like that, he fell from his beloved elite path. Years after I started working at Lovekoi Studio, my screenplay was finally made into an animated film. The district's packed with fans doing pilgrimages today too. All thanks to your movie, bro. Dad's always smiling now, saying you brought the place back to life. Come visit and have a drink with him. Yeah, thanks, Leo. Let me know if you ever need anything. It's not quite booming yet, but my dreamland is slowly regaining its energy. And then... As for me and Saki, well, we started dating soon after that, and now we're in a long-distance relationship. Today was for a meeting, so I came to see her after a few months.
But then, pilgrimages might just be a passing trend. We can't let our guard down.
True, we need a plan for Swimmy Phase 3, but before that, I've got something important to say.
Huh? Something important?
I looked down at the ring box, then gently offered it to Saki. Today's meeting was just an excuse. Now that things with the movie have calmed down, I came to propose to Saki. There will be more big fish in our lives ahead, but I'm not alone anymore. Together with Saki and everyone in the shopping district, we'll keep swimming forward to face them.
What?
No. No way. Of course I can't. I'm not taking care of him.
Huh? Miss Shina? My name is Tomoya Tanaka. 24. I'm a social studies teacher at a high school. I lost my mom when I was young, and it's just been my dad and I since. My fiancée, Risa Ashihara, and I have been dating since I graduated high school. She was going to be a part of the family soon.
Dad, hear me out. There was trouble at work today. It was crazy.
That must have been hard. Publishing textbooks, you're working hard.
My dad is a former teacher. Before retiring, he was a principal of an elementary school. His students look up to him, and he was a great teacher. Everyone who knew my family would say so.
By the way, Tomoya, when are we making it official? I want to get married and have kids already. All of my friends are posting their weddings and kids on Instagram. I feel like I'm the only one left behind. Oh, when we have kids, I want to ask Dad to take care of them. Just kidding.
Risa's eyes sparkle as she spoke. Recently, she's been bringing that up a lot, and I warned her every time. Hey, I've been saying this, but you can't depend on my dad from the start. Also, you should compare yourself to others on that.
Don't say that, Tomoya. When I'm still able, I'll happily take care of my grandkids.
Risa and I, my dad and Risa, both of these relationships were secure. Risa and I were also getting ready to live together. The happy days would continue. I didn't have an inch of doubt about that. But... Morning. Wait. Dad? Dad! One morning, I had a strange feeling about my dad who came to sit on the couch. His responses to me were slow. He seemed barely conscious, and I immediately called 911. Then...
A stroke? No way. He was so healthy up until yesterday.
What the doctor told me was enough to shake me.
Strokes often happen suddenly. Happening in the morning is also a classic case. Depending on where the damage is to the brain and how bad, there may be after effects.
Happiness can go away so quickly and easily. But I had to be calm. I signed the paperwork for the procedures and returned home briefly to get ready for my dad's hospitalization.
Oh, Tomoya, welcome home. I was so surprised when I saw your message. Is Dad okay?
When I got home, Risa was waiting there. I felt like I wasn't alone then, and the feelings I'd been pushing down almost burst out. My voice shook, but I knew my dad was the most uneasy. I held back my tears and told Risa everything.
What? A stroke? After effects too? Like paralysis?
Yeah. We can't say there's no possibility of paralysis or speech impairment. We might have to take care of him.
I can't.
What?
No. No way! Of course I can't! I'm not taking care of him!
My vulnerable heart hurt hearing her say that. I never imagined she would.
I want a marriage that everyone will be jealous of, so I can't take care of some old man that can't communicate. Forget about the marriage. We're strangers now.
Risa's words bounced around in my head. I didn't understand. Risa left me there like that. Dad, I brought what you need to stay here. I think it's everything. Even Risa dumped me. I had things to do. I can't abandon my dad because of my own feelings. The time between the stroke and the procedure was short, so we were able to do something called TPA, where the blood clot is melted. But there were some after effects. He could understand me, but couldn't get words out. My dad's eyes looked over me. I could tell he felt sorry toward me. I wonder if I could tell because I've been looking into his eyes for a long time. I'm sorry, Dad. I just broke up with Risa. I know you were excited about the wedding, so I'm sorry. My dad's eyes opened a little wider. They wavered slightly. I think he understood without me explaining everything. Don't make that face, Dad. I'm fine. I have to find a good lawyer. Family stuff is complicated. No matter how cheerful I acted, I'm sure my dad saw through it all. A few days later, my dad was recovering well due to the procedure. He's working hard on his rehab with a speech therapist, so I'm sure he'll be fine. It was my day off. I was here as always to see my dad. Then... Huh? Miss Sheena?
Oh, you're...
There was a woman crying on the bench outside the hospital. It was without a doubt my mentor. Oh, my future plans. In my second year of high school, I was debating whether I should choose to work out of high school rather than going to college. I was thinking about my dad who was raising me on his own.
Wait, Tanaka, you're not going home yet?
Oh, Miss Sheena. After school, I was the only one left in the classroom when the newest teacher at the time, Sumika Sheena, appeared.
Are you unsure what to do?
Oh, no. Well, actually, yeah. My dad is a single dad. Naturally, it was easier to talk to Miss Sheena, who was closer in age to me than the other teachers. Before I realized it, I was telling her about how I didn't want to burden my dad anymore. Well, I don't have any dreams, so I thought I could just work. Miss Sheena fell silent for a while. I was taken aback by the way she looked at me, and I looked away.
Tanaka, my dad's a single dad too, actually.
Wait, really? She told me that when she was a student, she was about to give up on college due to financial reasons.
But my homeroom teacher at the time heard me out, and my dad encouraged me too. Tanaka, why don't you talk to your dad? That's the best solution. When you do, be honest, okay?
Miss Sheena's words struck a chord with me, so I talked to my dad that day. Dad, I'm thinking about working straight out of high school. I don't have any dreams. My dad's eyes saw through everything. I hesitated. Miss Sheena's words from that day echoed in my mind. I want to be a teacher like you. I squeezed my honest feelings out. My dad smiled happily and cried for something. Because of that day, I was able to choose the path to become a teacher with no hesitation. A few years since then, I never thought I'd run into Miss Sheena again. Miss Sheena, did something happen?
I'm sorry. It's been so long. But look like this. Actually...
She was choked up with tears, but she told me that her father had passed away.
It was so sudden, so I couldn't process it fully.
If I remember correctly, her dad was a single dad. I'm sure her sadness was doubled.
And I couldn't show him what I looked like in a wedding dress. Tanaka, I heard you're going to college. I'm rooting for you. Okay, I won't give up on my dream to show my dad myself in a wedding dress.
She said we will make our dreams come true together and smiled. The memories of her that day is still so vivid.
Tanaka?
I'll hide you so people can see you. So please cry as much as you want. I'll be here.
Thank you, Tanaka.
Miss Sheena tried to keep her voice down as she cried. I didn't know what to say. All I could do was be by her side.
I see. So you really became a teacher, and you're teaching social studies in high school.
Yes. Thanks to your encouragement that day, I was able to make my dreams come true. I could never thank you enough. Thank you so much. 49 days had passed since Miss Sheena's father passed away. We had exchanged contacts, and we met up at a cafe. I was finally able to tell her how thankful I was to her.
It's nothing. All I did was listen to you. You made your dreams come true with your own effort.
Unlike back then, we're both teachers now. We talked a lot. I told her how I got broke up with. I told her how her parents had apologized and sent me money. Miss Sheena, are you okay? Naturally, our conversation shifted to our fathers. Occasionally, her face would turn gloomy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't help thinking about it. I'm gonna be the first one to see my daughter in her wedding dress. I kept seeing my dad saying that and laughing. Back then, I would get mad out of embarrassment. But even then, he would look happy. That became our normal banter. I focused on work and turned 30. I thought I had more time. What was he doing?
I don't think her regret would go away easily. I couldn't find the words to say. I resented myself.
I've been told that I don't look good in a wedding dress before. I was self-conscious about it like an idiot. It felt pretty bad to have my dreams denied even more after all that. Hey, Tanaka!
What? Who said that?
Your face, Tanaka! Your face is crazy! Calm down!
How can I calm down? I can't do that. This person must be insane to say something like that to you. Of course you look good in a wedding dress. You were made to wear a wedding dress. Are they dumb? Are they stupid? Come out and fight me.
What? Since when have you felt so passionate about this?
No matter what anyone says, I think you look good in a wedding dress.
Tanaka?
Regret doesn't go away easily, but I think it helps when people remember. So I won't forget. Your regrets and how much you cared about your dad. I can't comfort you like you can, but I'm still a newbie, so forgive me. There were tears in her eyes. It looked like she felt just a little bit better.
I'm so nervous.
Right? But I'm excited. I want to see it. Oh, but I guess I can't see you first. Time passed. Miss Sheena, Sumika, and I were going to a bridal shop to see wedding dresses. Time passes quickly. It was almost a year since we ran into each other that day.
But we can't choose one together if you don't look.
The two of us got closer and started dating on the basis of marriage. Now she was a fiancé I loved. I think you look good in anything. We came to the bridal shop in high spirits.
Huh? Are you Tomoya?
Unfortunately, we ran into Risa Ashihara, the woman who broke off the engagement a year ago, My mood plummeted.
This is great. I was just thinking I wanted to see you. Actually, I'm here for this bridal fair. Everyone around me keeps getting married, so I'm sad about it. I thought I'd look at some wedding dresses. Wait, what?
She was blabbering when she finally noticed Sumika next to me.
Mishina! Wait, you went after a student?
Don't say that. It's none of her business. Let's go, Sumika.
Wait, what? You're calling her Sumika? Are you going to marry her?
Yes, we're dating to marry. Her eyes widened with shock, but she immediately started laughing.
Wait. No way. If I remember correctly, she's in her 30s, right?
She got a little closer to Sumika. I had never seen her look this nasty when we were going out.
Didn't I tell you back then that you wouldn't look good in a wedding dress? I always hated you. You weren't that much older, but you acted like our teacher and gave us advice. Tomoya was thanking her like an idiot, too. It was the worst.
Risa had told me she always liked me. I think she was jealous of Sumika. So it was you that said those terrible things to Sumika?
Don't be mad. It's cute, right? Who cares? Looking for a husband wasn't going well for me anyway. Tomoya, let's... My father passed away a year ago.
Sumika spoke quietly and plainly. Risa looked at her with resentment.
The person who wanted to see me as a bride is no longer on this earth. The person I've always wanted to show myself as a bride to is not here. So what? Isn't there no reason to have a wedding then? But I want to wear a wedding dress now. There is someone who wants me to show him. That's why I'm here. You told me back then that a wedding is for showing off. But someone I love taught me that that's wrong. My dad is no longer here. But I will have a wedding. Because a wedding is a place to tell someone you love that you love and appreciate them.
It's not like Sumika didn't have regrets, but her words were honest.
Whatever a wedding means to you has nothing to do with me. But I don't think the people you care about will remember a wedding that's just for show. What? What the hell?
Risa threw her little tantrum, but she couldn't fight back. All she could do was glare at us as we walked into that bridal shop.
Tomoya, you look good. Congratulations on your wedding.
Dad, thank you. It was finally our wedding day. My dad worked hard on his rehabilitation and barely had any paralysis. He was able to hold conversations normally too. The bride and groom. The ceremony started. I waited for Sumika at the end of the aisle. I felt the happiest I'd ever felt. But
Tomoya! Good! So it was today!
suddenly there was a loud sound. It wasn't Sumika, the bride. You? Why are you here?
Tomoya, let's get married! There's still time! Dad always liked me and he's better now, right?
Oh, I see. You found out that dad is better, so you...
We're going to get married, have kids, Dad's gonna take care of the kids, and we're gonna live happily. Everything back to normal. I want to be a part of your family.
Risa said the word family. With that, something snapped in me. What? Family? You never wanted to meet my family. Who's being mean here? I can see right through you. You only think my dad is a caretaker for the kids.
No, of course I don't. Stop projecting.
I stopped the venue staff from intervening. I told Rissa clearly. You always wanted kids. I know why now. You wanted to have kids and show off, right? You always compare yourself to your friends. You were going to just have the kid and hand it off to my dad. But my dad had a stroke. You realized you couldn't ask him for help, and you might have to take care of him. So you abandoned me easily, right? Rissa fell silent. That was enough for me to confirm the truth. I don't care what you think of me. Maybe I was just convenient. I don't care. But I'll never forgive you for looking down my dad. You took advantage of my dad when he really cared about you. I'll never forgive you, and I'd never get back together with you. Rissa seemed stressed. I wanted her to just leave.
No! Because you told me suddenly that we might have to take care of him. I was worried, that's why.
I guess you'd be worried if you were told suddenly.
It was the voice of someone who had long stood at the head of the classroom to his students. It was my dad. I felt a hush fall over the church. My dad quietly walked over to me. I was so glad he wasn't paralyzed.
Dad, then...
But you weren't the only one that was worried. Tomoya was much more worried. I'd realized that you saw me as a helper for your kids. I turned a blind eye for my son's happiness. But you shouldn't make other people take care of your children. You share your time, your gratitude, your life. That's how you become family. You see someone's true nature when they're worried. All you think about is running away from burden. That's your true nature. If you only saw my precious son as a convenient tool, I cannot forgive you.
My father had raised a lot of people. His words had weight, and I was moved.
Can you move?
The church doors opened again. The guests all looked to the source of the voice. Sumika. It was Sumika. She was holding a photo of her father. Her father's photo was surrounded by flowers like a bouquet. He looked happy.
Risa Asahira, I'm about to walk down the aisle with my father. Can you get out of our way? Huh? Sorry to keep you waiting, Tomoya.
Sumika, you're the most beautiful woman in the world. I'm gonna be the first one to see my daughter in her wedding dress. That's what Sumika's father had said. I hadn't seen Sumika's wedding dress until now, so she could fulfill that. I'm sure Sumika had a lovely conversation with her father in the other room.
What? I should be there. Wedding dress. The wedding. Why do you have everything I wanted?
Risa had tears in her eyes and glared at Sumika. She finally noticed the coach stares around and left in a hurry. So what happened to Risa?
Why? I didn't know my boss knew Tomoya's dad and was invited to the wedding.
Her boss had seen her do what she did at the wedding. As a result, her bosses are furious. She was transferred from sales to some random, useless department. She can't quit, because she has to pay her parents back for the money they paid me. I heard she's working for little pay and being gossiped about at work. Let's go back in time, the back room on the day of the wedding.
Dad, I know I'm late, but I finally met someone. I'm a bride.
Sumika was in her wedding dress, talking to her father. She had so much to tell him, but couldn't quite get the words out. The words came out as tears and fell down her cheek.
You are beautiful, Sumika. Congratulations.
It was the voice of someone who had left this earth. Maybe it was in her head. But it isn't strange that she would hear it. Her father continues to live on in Sumika's heart. Sumika looked somewhat relieved after hearing her father's voice.
Oh, there. It's your grandpa.
You're in love. Don't hurt your back, Dad. 2 years later, my dad was holding his first grandchild. He looked ecstatic. People go through life supporting others. If I only thought about myself, I would never have found happiness like this. On a weekend one rainy season, it was unusually sunny. The bright sunlight shined down on us.